guys, and welcome back. I'm Rachel O'Leary, and today we're out in the greenhouse, and I've been trying to get you guys out here with me all week, but it's been thunderstorming like crazy, and as you can imagine, it's quite loud in here when it's raining. And it is raining now, so I apologize a bit for the noise, but we'll do the best we can. I just wanted to share with you sort of my morning routine for the tubs. The outdoor tubs do take virtually no work, but inside here, because it's so hot, there's a lot of evaporation. So I have two sources of water, and I top off the tub so that the sponge filters can continue to bubble. And I've also grabbed a couple more species of fish to move out here, and I wanted to share that with you as well. So let's get to work. So far so good out here, but you can see that the water level drops a bit in some of the tubs. So maybe like once or twice a week I have to come out here and just top them off. Now I have two sources of water. One is my tap water with this hose, and then I have another hose as well that goes to my rainwater collection. So depending on what species it is determines which water I use. The vast majority of these out here, it doesn't really matter, but I literally just drop my hose in, and I'm filling this one up with tap specifically, and also this one, because these are the two tubs that don't currently have any fish that I'm going to move fish into. And by mixing the tap water with the rainwater that's already in there, it'll be closer to the parameters inside, so I can just dump the fish in when the time comes. Now, I ended up choosing the Ginga rubra guppies. I just grabbed a male and 4 females. Because they're a really gorgeous little guppy, and I think that they'll hold up to the heat all right. We'll have to see. I didn't deplete my adults, mainly because I'm not sure how they're going to do, and I want to make sure I didn't lose the colony. So I still have them going inside in the 55-gallon Impulsive Aquascape. And then I also grabbed my Oryzius wowerae, or the Daisy's rice fish. Now, I did grab all of the ones that I have, but I've shown you guys over the past few weeks that these guys were breeding like crazy in there. And I've had them in the greenhouse before. I actually forgot that I had them, so that's why they weren't moved out initially. But I think they're going to be a really, really good choice for out here as well. Now, this is the blue shrimp vat. And another thing that I do each day while I'm out here just checking on everybody is if there is accumulated hair algae, I'll pull out some of that, just because it can really, really compromise the flow or the oxygenation in the tub. And out here in the greenhouse where it gets so hot, you can see a lot of the tubs just get these clumps of hair algae. This is the cherry shrimp tub, so I just lift it out, but you can see shrimp sometimes get caught, so you have to be aware of that. And as you lift, if you twist a little bit, most of the algae will come out of the roots of the plants. I just make sure that there's no shrimp in it, and then I can discard it. And I do this in my outdoor tubs too, because with all the sun that these things are getting, algae with this light plant load is something that's going to happen. Now, I really hope this weekend to get to my local nursery and see if they have any pond plants. Otherwise, this is going to be a battle all summer. But I haven't been out, so I haven't gotten anything yet. But yeah, so that's what I do. Just go around to each tub and remove any of that really, really thick algae. See, this tub is nearly full. So we'll dump it over here. And I'm going to put the Daisy's rice fish in this one and the guppies in this one. So we'll just go ahead and pour them in. Now, historically, those rice fish have a huge yield, so I'm really hoping they do well out here. This tub is one that has a lot more plant matter, which is why I put those guys in there, because I've shown you guys the females carry the eggs and then place them within plants. So I wanted to make sure there were plenty of surfaces for that. Go ahead and pour the Ginga rubra in too. And yeah, so all said and done in the greenhouse, it maybe takes like a half an hour, a couple times a week to top off the tubs. I do rotate through. Again, I have a well, so if I'm using my well water, I try not to use too much at once so that I can still do enough maintenance in the fish room and things like that. But I already see breeding out of a lot of the shrimp, which is really great. There's quite a lot of yellows already. And these are the ones that have that nice bold stripe down their back. So I really love breeding them outdoors here because they do super, super well. The next part of the routine is just to check on all these plants. If anybody looks particularly dry, I'll water them and make sure that the bogs are moist enough. And I can tell that by looking at the plants that I have planted on the surface, all these mosses and live sphagnum. If that stuff looks dry, I know that these guys need water. Then we go over to these tubs. And I literally just look around and again do that manual removal of some of the hair algae. We've been having a ton of rain, so the tubs are all nice and full. The plants are growing in great. You can see the pictures especially are looking phenomenal. I expect to start having lily blooms anytime. There's a few that are just below the surface. So make sure you're following me on Instagram because I'll post the daily blooms there. I'm also going to be doing a video for my second channel, Plantaholic, on potting up aquatic plants, as well as an update, a more comprehensive update on the bog. So if you're interested in either of those things, make sure you're subscribed to that channel as well. As always, thanks for the continued support, and I hope everyone is staying safe and staying well.